Delanco Township Committee Meeting of May 4th, 2026, beginning at 7 p.m. at the Delanco Township Municipal Building, 770 Coopertown Road, Delanco, New Jersey. Mayor, we are recording.
Oh, great. Thank you. Welcome to the May 4th, 2026 Township Committee Meeting. Can I have a roll call, please?
Yes, Mayor. Mr. Bartlett?
Here.
Mr. McFadden?
Here.
Mr. Olet?
Here.
Ms. Seuss?
Here.
Ms. Fitzpatrick?
Here. Also present, our Township Administrator, Mrs. Seminara. Mr. Hafner, filling in for Harry, our engineer. Mr. Raymond, filling in for Mr. Heinhold. Mrs. Russell, Mrs. Hart, John Fenimore is absent tonight, and the police chief, Mr. Warren. Please join me in the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Bev, would you please read the Sunshine Statement?
Yes. Please be advised that proper notice of this meeting has been given in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act in the following manner. Written notice has been mailed to the Burlington County Times and Courier Post and published in the December 28, 2025 edition. Written notice has been posted on the official bulletin board of the Township of Delanco at least 48 hours prior to the meeting. Live stream statement. This meeting of the Delanco Township Committee may be transmitted via live stream on YouTube video. The streaming of the meeting is not intended to be relied upon as formal public access under Open Public Meetings Act. And if the technology is disrupted for any reason, the township meeting will proceed in person as an official meeting in accord with the official notice. Please silence your cell phones and refer to the rules governing public comment attached to this agenda.
Thank you, Bev. At this time, we'll have a moment of silence remembering Dorothy Armstrong, who passed away recently. Dot, as I called her, was a dear friend who owned and worked the Delanco Market with her husband Bill for over 20 years. She was a great card player, and she also became the treasurer of the seniors and managed their trips for a number of years. So she will definitely be missed, and just a great lady with a strong will. So. Thank you. So, the first item up on the agenda for business is the 2026 municipal budget. This is the public hearing and adoption. And I believe, Debbie, if I'm correct, we need to pass these resolutions before we open it to the public.
Yes.
Okay. So we have Resolution 2026-73 is the annual budget local examination. So I need a resolution, a motion for Resolution 2026-73.
I'll make second.
So Carolyn and Phil. Roll call, please.
Mr. Bartlett?
Yes.
Mr. McFadden?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
Ms. Seuss?
Yes.
Ms. Fitzpatrick?
Yes. Resolution 2026-74 is a resolution authorizing the municipal budget reading by title only. We need a motion to adopt Resolution 2026-74.
So moved.
Scott.
Second.
So, roll call, please.
Mr. Bartlett?
Yes.
Mr. McFadden?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
Ms. Seuss?
Yes.
Ms. Fitzpatrick?
Yes. So now there is a hearing for the 2026 municipal budget. And this hearing is open to the public regarding the budget. No. Okay. I'll close this portion of the meeting. to the public, and we have Resolution 2026-75, adoption of the 2026 municipal budget. Does anyone from the township have any questions or comments they'd like to make before we adopt this resolution?
No.
I'll just comment that we spent a lot of time on this budget. We worked really hard to, not to use the phrase trim the fat, but trim the fat on this budget down to where it needed to be. The increase in the state health benefits, it killed us this year. And it's probably going to continue to do that until something gets fixed in Trenton.
Right.
And same thing with the trash.
Right.
It is what it is. We did what we could with what we had.
Yeah, I'd like to commend Debbie. It's her first year as our administrator. Actually, she hasn't even been here a year, and she did a wonderful job putting this budget together. And then we sat down and we went item by item and made the cuts where we could. And I think she did an excellent job for us. And I think we have a good budget moving forward. Anyone else have any comments?
No, I echo your comments with Ms. Seminara on her first year's budget. I think she's done plenty of other budgets in other towns, but just the new format and how we worked together with Julie, our CFO, to really nail down things. We have a very tight budget to where everybody's got to get permission before they spend things, and there's not a lot of fluff in there. So we did what we could to keep the increase minimal to the taxpayers. Just our trash, solid waste collection between the three towns, ours went from 180,000 to 311,000 for the next couple of years, so that was a huge increase. Along with the state health plan benefits, that went up another 36%. I think went up 20-some% last year and double digits the year before. So it's tough on the local municipalities. So thank you everyone for your hard work.
Anyone else?
Nope.
Okay, so is there a motion to adopt Resolution 2026-75 municipal budget?
So moved.
Second.
Scott and Carol. Roll call?
Mr. Bartlett.
Yes.
Mr. McFadden.
Yes.
Mr. Olet.
Yes.
Ms. Seuss.
Yes.
Ms. Fitzpatrick.
Yes. Okay. Now we have a special presentation regarding fireworks safety from our Delanco fire official, Mr. Randy Johnson.
How are we doing tonight?
We're doing good. We're glad you're here to go over this.
It's pretty straightforward. You have to do a resolution, obviously. As far as the area, it's already went over with Councilwoman at the site. Once you guys come back with a diagram and a plan, I go over it and approve it or disapprove it. We approved the one area already. Parking, unfortunately, is not my problem, you know. You're kind of limited out there. So we got to keep that area open for bad fireworks. You know, this guy, good reputation, but accidents happen. And my
Right.
job is to try to keep the public safe.
I think Carolyn had mentioned that the park, the county park, is going to allow parking over there, and they're going to stay open later.
Oh,
So
that'll help out a lot.
yeah, so that'll eliminate that parking issue.
You could also use 401 if you had to, but you'd also have somebody over here to keep you from walking through the woods.
Right.
Right, yeah,
I looked at that the other night too.
okay.
Other than that, you know, your resolution.
So you have already approved the area where they
The
decided
area,
to
I
do...
walked over with the D&M, the fireworks gentleman, and that area, as long as that area from outfield, the Field of Dreams, all the way to the woods, and from the barriers for the roadway, that whole area is kept clear, I'll be a happy camper, as long
Good.
as the weather holds out.
So, and the rain.
In the
So
rain,
You
yeah.
just need something from us showing that there will be nobody past the softball field fence.
Right.
And that will be,
And you can have people in the softball field.
Right.
You know, and probably better keep them there, keep control of them better.
Yeah, exactly, keep them corralled a little bit, and then over on the
That's your
soccer
problem.
field.
Yeah, and then on the side, yeah.
And then on
so-
the soccer field, pretty much, we have that area marked out as well.
Yeah, you got that barriers down there, so
Yep,
once you get people to understand, they gotta stay back there.
Yep.
You know, you got the food trucks off one side. You know,
yeah,
It should be
shouldn't a big
good.
problem as long as the weather holds out and it doesn't get dry, any
Yeah.
drier than it is now.
any drier, yeah. Chief, did you have any questions?
No, already spoke to.
Great.
Yeah, it's a
So-
great idea, yeah.
I
to
have
have
one thing to add, as of right now, you only have one food truck for your car show. So if anybody else is going to be there, tell them to get a hold of me.
Okay. I'll make sure Mrs. Provenzano
The only one
gets
coming is the hot dog man.
I believe the El Chingon submitted her paperwork, the taco
Huh?
truck from last year.
I haven't seen that yet.
I believe she did. She emailed me over the weekend and said she
All
had
right.
submitted it, so.
I'll check my junk mail. then.
Okay. Yeah, if you could just let me know so I can
Yeah.
reach out.
All right,
All right, thank you.
anything else?
No, Randy, thank you.
All right, have a good day.
Thank you for taking your time.
Okay. So now the meeting is open to the public for comments and questions for agenda items only. This is session 1. Anyone have any comments or questions on the agenda items? There being none, I'll close this portion of the meeting to the public, and we'll move on to comments and reports. So first, we'll have Mr. Raymond.
The only thing that I have on behalf of Doug is the township's affordable housing consent order was filed with the court. It was approved by the court. So with the exception of finalizing some of the extensions for your existing units with some organizations, there's nothing else for the township to do with regard to affordable housing. You will have a 10-year period of protection now. And as everyone's probably aware, the township was able to satisfy their full obligation based upon the work that you guys have done previously. So there was no new units required in Delanco, which I think is a testament to the work that everyone on council has done throughout to plan for affordable housing. And that's all we have.
Thank you. Thank you, Steve. Okay. Mr. Hafner.
Thank you, Mayor.
Alex.
So I'm filling in for Harry Fox today. And I will go through a couple of items. The crossings, the punch list was issued to the developer. We are still waiting for a responsive schedule for the improvements. Harry has indicated that he's meeting with the HOA out there in June.
Alex, could you make sure that Harry or you send that punch list to the HOA, please?
Yeah, and could I have a copy of that punch list too? Because I'd like to be meeting with the HOA and Harry with them, so I have it as well.
Yeah, no problem. Some more ongoing construction projects. The 2024 Township Road Program on Delaware Avenue. My office met with the contractor last week to discuss punch list items. We are just waiting on a schedule of when we'll get back out there. That includes minor concrete and asphalt repairs. The 2025 NJDOT local aid project is on Newton's Landing Boulevard, also at the school. We have a pre-construction meeting scheduled for next week. And the contractor indicated that they're likely to start work in June once school is out, because that was you can't pay the school parking lot. Safety requirement. 2025 Community Development Block Grant. We are out surveying the ramps. That is anticipated to be constructed this year. There are 8 ramps on 2nd Street and 6 handicap ramps, curb ramps, on Delaware Avenue that should be covered under this project.
Good.
The Centennial Park improvements, we actually had our survey team out there today, so we should have base plan midweek and on schedule to advertise May, award in June.
And Debbie, you got those plans?
Not yet.
Oh,
I
okay.
did ask Harry, he said he was gonna get them down.
Okay,
So
all
yeah,
right.
I will pass them off. As soon as I get them, I'll pass them along.
Okay.
And our survey was just out there, so it might take them a day or two to put everything in the computer, and then us another couple of days, so maybe next week we'll have plans for you.
Okay, great.
The 2025 or 2026 DOT grant for Hickory storm pipe replacement. My office was just out there doing survey as well. So we anticipate having something out for bid in summer, fall of this year.
Good.
And I think that is most of what I have. Unless there are any questions, follow-ups on any of the other projects.
I guess the township roof needs some special attention there, right?
Yes.
Debbie's working on that?
That is actually one of the items that is in our bond ordinance for
Right.
this evening, and Harry has gotten quotes for us. So as soon as this money becomes available in another month and a half or so, that's the first project we're gonna be coming back to you for.
The roof, of course.
Yes.
Good.
Of course.
Do you know if Harry's been in touch with PSE&G on the schedule for the road repaving?
We have not received the schedule of that yet.
Okay.
PSE&G or New Jersey American.
Okay. New Jersey American? Oh, from down at,
The water.
the far end of town?
Correct.
They're working down there.
West.
Okay.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay. Any other questions for Alex? Thank you, Alex. Debbie, Township Administrator.
Thank you, Mayor. We have a couple of items on here. The bond ordinance, which the biggest item we just mentioned is the roof that really needs to be replaced. We cannot Band-Aid it any longer. There is a resolution on here for civil rights policy. That is actually a requirement to adopt your budget, so that is one that you will see every year. We did have a resignation in our construction department, our electrical subcode and inspector. So you will see something go out soon for a job description and looking at alternative options, maybe do a shared service with another municipality to give us a little more flexibility if somebody is full-time and we need change in hours. So still working those details out. And finally, we had Take Your Child to Work Day on April 23rd, and we had 9 kids come to work with us
Oh.
that day,
That's great.
ages 4 to 18 and everywhere in between. We tired them out, they tired us out. So it was actually a great success. We had a lot of events that we did with them, and we actually had them sit with their parents and do some work. So we had some of the kids do deposit slips, we had them do, minute taking, use the computers, the little guys got to use the adding machine, so it was actually a very successful day, we had a lot of fun.
That's great. Thank you. Chief?
Good evening, everyone. For the month of April, we had a total of 14 police cases for a total for the year of 70. There were 35 summonses issued with a total for the year of 190. There were 197 motor vehicle stops. Total for the year now is 757. And we had 769 calls for service with a total for the year of 3,172.
Wow.
So, again, busy. I have 2 officers out, medical. So the manpower's a little short, but they're doing well. Thankfully, we had enough that we can kind of compensate, work at minimum, but they're doing okay. So,
Good.
and just again, preparing for National Night Out. And I met with Randy as well. So having a good ballpark on how we're going to navigate things as far as security is concerned, but looking pretty good. So give you
Good.
more information as we get closer to the date. So,
Great.
any
Thank you.
questions?
John is not here from Public Works. But he did tell me that they cut all the grass in the town, all the properties. They, Bobby cleaned all the streets in town, so this street sweeper. And they cleaned up all the debris before the yard sale, so he was hoping and he believed that the town looked really good for the yard sale. So kudos to our Public Works crew for keeping our town looking great. Beverly?
Thank you, Mayor. Last Thursday, Mr. Olet, Ms. Simonera, and I attended an active shooter and hostile events training put on by Jay Montgomery. We learned some very important information regarding planning and procedures that we're going to try to work together to put in place to ensure the safety of our employees and visitors to the municipal building, should there be an event. The three of us, everybody else left the room, and the three of us were just sitting there kind of brainstorming. So we have some ideas, and we'll definitely be getting together to put together a workplace violence prevention committee and a plan that is specific to our location and situation. Upcoming events, the Centennial Car Show will be held on Saturday, May 16th. It's on Delaware Avenue from 12 noon to 4 p.m. There'll be live music, food trucks, games, and family fun. You can visit delancocentennial.com to register a car. Sponsorships are still available. And is the rain date Sunday?
Yes.
Then the rain date will be Sunday, May 17th. And Ms. Hart attended our shredding event, and she has a report for us.
Yes. I did the shred event here this past Saturday. It was very well attended. There was a lot of people. I think we had about 70 cars come through with their shredding. We had 7 bins that were full to the top, and we had 1 bin from the sewer department at the township.
Good.
And then we also still have bricks available for purchase for family, friends, loved ones, graduates. You can purchase them on delancocentennial.com, and they're $100 each.
Great. Thank you, Aaron. And the bricks are for residents past and present.
Yes.
Okay, we'll move on to consent agenda items. Consent agenda items are considered to be routine and will be enacted with a single motion. Any item requiring discussion will be removed from the consent agenda. All consent agenda items will be reflected in full in the minutes. Anyone have any questions regarding these? Okay, ordinance 2026-7. A bond ordinance of the Township of Delanco in the County of Burlington authorizing the construction of municipal improvements to township facilities, further authorizing the acquisition of vehicles and equipment, appropriating the total sum of $660,855. Therefore, in authorizing the issuance of $627,812.25 bonds or notes of the township for financing such appropriations and making certain determinations and covenants and authorizing certain related actions in connection with the foregoing. This is the first reading by title only and set the public hearing for May 18th, 2026 at 7 p.m. Resolution 2026-76. A resolution to affirm the Township of Delanco's civil rights policy with respect to all officials, appointees, employees, prospective employees, volunteers, independent contractors, and members of the public that come into contact with municipal employees, officials, and volunteers. Resolution 2026-77, resolution appointing D&M Fireworks LLC as the fireworks display vendor for the Centennial Fireworks Show, which is first on August the 4th for National Night Out. Right, Chief?
Yes.
Okay.
Tuesday.
Resolution 2026-78, urging state leaders to implement fair and equitable reforms to mitigate the unsustainable increases in health benefit premiums for public sector employees.
Resolution 79 is authorizing memorandum of understanding between the Township of Delanco and Delanco Township Board of Education for the emergency sheltering locations, and approval of the payment of bills in the amount of $198,982.36 as per the bill list run date May 4th, 2026. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda items?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Bill and Scott. A roll call, please.
Mr. Bartlett.
Yes.
Mr. McFadden.
Yes.
Mr. Olet.
Yes.
Ms. Seuss.
Yes.
Ms. Fitzpatrick.
Yes. Correspondence, Beth?
Yes, two pieces. We received a notice from the state of New Jersey that the Department of Transportation fiscal year 2027 state aid program, the deadline for grant application submissions is July 1st, and grant awards are expected to be announced in November. This was forwarded to Mr. Hafner and Mr. Fox to start looking at that, considering seeing what we're going to do for 2027. It's also in your packets. The other piece of correspondence came from the Arbor Day Foundation to Mayor Fitzpatrick. So as we celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Tree City USA program, they are happy to extend once again our warmest congratulations to Delanco Township on receiving a 2025 Tree City USA recognition. It's a well-deserved recognition and testament to your community's unwavering commitment to the planting, care, and celebration of trees. And if you would like, I will send that on to the Shade Tree Secretary also, so she is aware.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And
I remember the very first one. I can't remember what year it was. Do you, Carl? Because we all went there, remember? When we had our first designation as Tree City. It was a fun event.
It's been 17 years.
Is that it? So then that's when it was, yeah. Thank you, Carol. Okay. Anything else, Beth?
no, that's it.
Okay. So the meeting is open to the public. Comments and questions for general items. Ray?
You know you weren't going to get off. Ray Weber, 22 Ships Way. A couple things. The storm drain in front of 24 ships.
I did email you about that.
I know you did, but someone fell into that hole because somebody took those orange cones and threw them across the street.
Wow. So I'll have to ask John to do something else because the work is going to be done when they do the paving. That
Yeah.
contractor is
Yeah.
going to be working with Harry on that. So I don't know if they can cover it somehow.
They got to do something because what happens is, somebody got hurt there, and it's the daughter of the resident who
So
lives there.
They can't, I mean, how would somebody fall into that? It's like,
When
you
they get
can't
out of
see
the
it.
car, they didn't see the no cones there. They didn't
Oh,
see it
okay.
at night.
So they were parked, okay, all right.
If we get a steel road plate over it.
Yeah, I can't imagine why they can't put it, like Public Service has those plates.
Yeah,
Do
the
we
steel
have-
plates.
Yeah, they just put it over holes and what have you, so, I'll ask John to make sure they put some kind of plate right over it.
Okay, because the cones were across the street, and I put them back, but that
But
was
yeah.
after they happened.
Yeah, somebody
So-
can move them again,
In
okay.
fact, the gentleman who lived at that house passed away this past Monday.
Oh.
And his family came, and that's when it happened. Second thing, the stumps at the townhouses that Paul's Tree Service took down, now you got weeds growing around the stumps. And some of them are hanging up on angles, and they won't cut close to the stumps.
So I guess, I don't know if that's a code enforcement issue, because it's on private property. There's not much we can do, other than I can ask Ed if that's an issue that he can deal with the property owner. I don't think that you can make somebody remove a stump.
But, yeah, I know, I understand, but they have a new management company too. Every year they get a new management company, so I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah,
As well as there's a number of townhouses in there that are empty now. because
Okay.
I have contacts over there and I find out all this stuff that's going on. And then there's 3 stumps in Newton's Landing that the tree commission took down over 2 years ago, and they're still there.
Could you,
They had them come out, marked all the electrical or utilities where everything was, and never came back. I can send that to you.
yeah, send me that list. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, because when I talk to the tree commission, I might as well talk to that wall. So I just get frustrated with them, and
Yeah, I'll talk to John about
residents are
that.
complaining about it.
Yeah, that's right. You're right.
So, other than that, nothing else, and thank you.
Good.
I'll see you later, Matt.
Okay. Scott.
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 No problem, Rick.
Anyone else?
Like it's not his name.
Okay, I close this portion of the meeting to the public. And we do have one discussion item, updating Chapter 240 of the Code of the Township of Delanco to include pavers as an acceptable repair or replacement to identify standards and requirements, and to be included in the sidewalk reimbursement program for sidewalk damages due to township shade trees. So since this is something that we and Shade Tree are actually suggesting to residents to use pavers, this definitely needs to be updated. And I think Bev brought this to our attention.
I brought this to your attention, actually.
Carolyn brought it tonight.
We had a resident that came to the Shade Tree meeting, and he wanted to know if he was going to get reimbursed if he did the pavers instead, and I said, I don't think that's in our code, so I would bring it to the committee to have that added, especially if we're going to continue to promote that. So we had Harry actually draw up some
Yes.
construction standards so that
Right.
we can, actually have something on the books to how people are supposed to do it properly, depths, types of pavers, patterns and whatnot. So that's what we have in the back of our packet here.
Yeah, so I guess what we need to do is, so we need an ordinance to amend the ordinance?
Yeah, we would need to introduce an ordinance, and then the specs that Alex has drawn for us, we would just reduce that to writing, to the
Okay.
description.
So, do you want to do the first reading tonight? Or do you want to wait until the next meeting?
We can do that tonight. and
Okay,
do
yeah,
public hearing on
let's
the
do it
18th.
tonight, yeah.
Do we have
Do we
a
have,
draft of the,
yeah, do we have ordinance that we're gonna
We
be?
do not.
I'm not sure how.
No, we
Yeah,
don't,
so
yeah,
you
then
wanna
you
wait
can't
until
do that. You can't do it then. I
We need
didn't,
to
yeah.
put the language together.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay, so you can do that for the next meeting,
Will do.
or whenever you're available to do that. Okay,
And that would be ordinance 8, looks like, right?
Yeah, unless anything comes up between now
Okay.
and then.
okay,
Thank you.
all right, thank you. Anyone have anything else? We already had our executive session, so I would like an adjournment a motion to adjourn, oh, excuse me, go ahead.
Harry Cooper, 3 Edwards Avenue. As far as the pavers and the sidewalks, are they reimbursing for sidewalks that are done?
Yeah, there's a panel, there's the panels that are affected, there's a reimbursement program in effect.
No, as far as the pavers, if you walk from Union to Walnut, where they did all the bricks, they're all coming up. They're all,
Yeah, I
that
noticed.
township did that.
Yeah, it was a grant, yeah, we did a grant for
They're
that.
all over the place up there. Each had
On Burlington Avenue?
On Burlington Avenue,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah, it's from Union to,
Walnut.
actually,
By the jewelry store and all that going on.
Yeah.
yeah, John took
Walnut.
some of his own, there's some on the other side across from Hideout too.
Yeah, some by Pied Out, some by the church, which there was
We
a
did-
big
we
tree
did
out there,
fix-
which they were able to reset. It's a heck of a lot easier for them to be able to reset them. They pulled the brick up, shave a little bit off and
Yeah.
reset it.
We'll have to make a determination on, because I think we're going to have to get an estimate to have somebody do that. I think we had the company who did the pavers come out and do the other bricks at the church. I think
Yeah,
that's
I
who
believe
did
it's
it.
Think Pavers, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so,
That
we'll
was
have to
close,
look
though, 'cause
into
it's a
that.
whole-
Because we need to get an estimate, or it has to be done, actually, it's in front of Gateway Park too. So that, maybe they can do a section at a time, or maybe do it all, but we will look into that, thank you.
And now that Mr. Cooper mentions that, Mayor, I'm looking through the ordinance 240 that's in the agenda packet. 240-8 requires that the township complete inspections of the sidewalks in the municipal right-of-way at least once every 5 years. So that's something we shouldn't have to have a resident come up to us, tell us what have issues with the sidewalks. We should be doing the inspection that our ordinance says we're supposed to.
Right, exactly.
Who's supposed to do the
So
inspection?
who's going to do that inspection?
It says the township administrator or his or her designee. Get walking, Debbie.
There you go,
In
Debbie.
conjunction,
Sunday.
in conjunction
Summer
with the
day.
township solicitor and the township engineer, it says shall establish and provide for the implementation of the municipal sidewalk and curb inspection program. So
Where's
I
that?
imagine when this was,
It's in the ordinance.
section 240 was adopted by ordinance 2017-5, March 6, 2017. I would have hoped in 2017, this program would have been adopted.
Hold on, hold the phone though. What's the municipal right of way? Isn't that every sidewalk?
Mm-hmm.
No.
What, can you expand exactly what
Yeah,
that
we do,
means?
we own the sidewalks, but the resident is
The
responsible
resident's
for that.
responsible, but it's, the municipal right-of-way is,
Right.
Is the sidewalk and
yeah.
then the easement to the curb.
right.
It's, well, we don't do anything with sidewalks right now, and I'm trying to get it put on the COH checklist so that we can start implementing enforcement.
Right. So some of this curbing is in front of businesses and what have you, so I don't know that we're responsible for that.
You're probably
ours.
not responsible, but so from a civil liability, if someone
We
would trip
would.
and fall.
Yeah.
That in front of a residence, it's going to be most likely the township's responsibility. In front of a business, it probably is the business's responsibility. But again, you're certainly, and you have an inspection program, you can do that. But whether or not it's then the resident or business owner's responsibility to actually repair that sidewalk is
It's another issue.
another issue.
Yeah. So, but we need to have that inspection done. It has to be done from all of Burlington Avenue for the bricks, from Gateway Park, both sides, to, it's past Walnut on one side. It goes past, but let's go all the way to the light, yes. And it has, except it's not in front of the bank, because the bank chose not to have pavers. When we did the pavers, they
And the
chose,
school, I don't think.
and the school doesn't have it, so it's, yeah, so it's further up. But, so we'll have that inspection. Debbie, you can designate someone else if you, okay.
Do we,
Well, we can't
do we know if
anything
we,
with it
in
this year.
2017, came up with the inspection program that it says we're supposed to do?
I have no idea, because I think John Brown did this whole thing, and I doubt very much that any inspections were ever done. We walked parts of the town and inspected sidewalks, and the other end of town, and it's a disaster.
Mayor, Jeff Reeves, when he was the zoning officer and code enforcement officer, he did walk the whole town, and he did compile a list at the time. I think with the thought that we would let the residents know that they would have to fix it, and found that basically there was at least one sidewalk panel in front of every house in town, is what he was
Yeah,
finding.
I know. It
So
was-
he did do that, which was probably, what, about 5 years ago?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because,
I
yeah,
was pre-COVID when he was here, so it's been that long since we've done it.
yeah.
And then you have the issue of the township trees causing the problems to the sidewalks.
So that's why we
Yeah.
didn't enforce any of those issues, because the township trees are causing the issue. So how can we have a homeowner fix the sidewalk that could be like this when it's a township tree? So,
Well, not in all cases it's township trees, though. It's not in every case.
I would say, 85% Matt. We
I
walked
don't know, I
it.
haven't seen the inspection report that we haven't done.
Well, we have a report, so maybe you want to share the report?
I will,
Okay.
I'll look at that.
That and the program that we have, I'd like to see that we should have.
Yeah, so if you have that too, Bev, send that out to everybody. And Debbie will take care of the inspection for the Burlington Avenue pavers. Bricks, it's really bricks, yeah. Anything else? Thank you, Mr. Cooper. No? Okay. How about a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everyone.